The doctor, is in the building. And he's looking good. Look at this suit.
Thank you, thank you.
Suit.
I mean, I had to get dressed up.
I mean, it was only right.
Right.
It's only right. And we're going to get into Dr. Odyssey. But I have to know, have you recovered from the Emmys of it all?
Monday was a little rough. Yeah, being back at work on Monday morning was a little rough. But yeah, I wasn't nominated, so the pressure on me was very light. So it was mostly just to enjoy the show. And I had a very good time. And in the way that those things are, there are some people in your life that you really like, people that you've worked with, people you like to work with, that you don't get to see all the time. And then you kind of get to bump into them just a little bit. So I had a really good time, but I was actually home at 10:30 because I had to have the baby up and out the door the next morning at 6 in the morning.
Now, I hate to sound like a broken record or like the rest of the world fawning over you right now, but
I'll take it.
you'll take it because we cannot get over how great you look. My man, my friend, you look great, but how does that make you feel knowing that all these years later, one, you still look good, but two, there's still a legion of fans out here that love Joshua Jackson?
I mean, look, the fact that people are, hopefully next week willing to show up and watch, that's good. That's good news. So okay, excellent. Yeah, I'll take all that. I mean, the truth is, you could not have convinced me at 15, 19, 20, 25, 30 that I would be able to do this for 36 years now. Right? And it is not lost on me that I get to do this amazing job at this moment in my life, in this city that I live in, with my daughter now going to school, and have people be excited about it. Like, it is just every single day, I kind of feel like I'm living a miracle. Yeah. I mean, we work on the Paramount lot, so every day I go to work through that gate with that water. God damn. Look at this sexy man. You.
I stole Don Johnson's outfit. Am I right?
If he's-
Do I look like the captain?
Yeah, you got to pull up the sleeves, though.
It's working.
I have to have a janky hat
Yeah,
on this side
yeah.
as well.
You do.
All right,
Look
do your
fabulous.
thing. Thank you.
But yeah, man, life is good. Life is good.
You make it look good.
Well, thank you.
Dr. Odyssey, this show is unlike any other medical drama that I think I have not seen yet.
Right.
But I think that's also the magic of the Ryan Murphy.
Yes.
Talk to me about signing up for this show. What attracted you to this role? Was it the fact that you just get to play a doctor?
The doctor piece of it was kind of the least interesting, right? So the first conversation that I had with Ryan, I kind of laid out where I was and what I was looking for. And he also laid out his thesis of the show before I'd ever read it, before anything. And it was, look, we all just went through COVID. Those of us in the industry, we all just went through a strike. The world has been closed down. We all had to spend too much time inside, and most of us went through some difficult things during that time. And he's like, I want to make a show that feels like the exhale, right? That feels like we're all coming back to life. And so I want it to be light and sexy and funny and dramatic and all of these things. And then he runs it through his beautiful brain, and the dialogue crackles, and the scenarios are always pitched to 11, and everybody looks like this, and the boat is perfect. So, yeah, I have played a lot of very heavy dudes over the course of the last 10 years, and I was really looking forward to the opportunity to do something that was tonally lighter, right? Where you sit down, and at the end of the hour, you're just like, man, that was nice.
How much of Dr. Bankman is in Joshua, and how much of Joshua is in Dr. Bankman?
If you're asking me if I am a method actor, I am not. So, a lot. The way I always think about that, a human being is way more complex than any character that will ever be played, right? You have all kinds of things inside of you, and when you turn the prism, a different piece of you comes out, and then you turn it again in a different piece. So every character that I've played, I feel like that, right? That it is pieces of me, not the totality of me, but pieces of me that come forward in that character.
We also see Dr. Bankman balancing saving lives, but also romance. For you in your personal life, how do you find that balance? You mentioned your daughter. How do you find that balance in managing all of this?
I'm working on it.
A work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress, yeah.
The legend, the icon, Don Johnson.
Yes, sir.
What was it like working with him? I was just recently reading that he praised you. He said you were the sweetest, most kindest guy he's ever worked with. And this guy's been around a long time, so that's saying a lot.
That is saying something.
How much were you two able to bond on set?
You know, Paris, our director, did a thing that I have never experienced before, done before, that I thought was brilliant. He sat all of us, all the principal cast members down just before we started the season, and he said, okay, here's how I like to work. Here's what my dreams are for this show. Here's how I see this going. Now you. And he made us all put it all on the table. And it was a beautiful bonding experience for us, but it also allowed us to get to understand how it is that we approach this thing, because everybody's approach is different. But it turns out that Don and I, philosophically, share very similar ways of going about working on a television show. So that was really the first moment of bonding. And then it's just that happy accident. Like, chemistry is chemistry. You can't plan for it. He's amazing. Look at Philippa Sue. Lord, it's a good-looking cast. And yeah, I mean, he's you sit back a lot of times and just listen to the stories because they're great, but he works hard, he shows up, he cares about the people that he's working with, and he wants to be happy on set. Like, that's kind of my driving force, right? I don't think it needs to be miserable to be good.
We need more Don and Joshua collaborations. Maybe a father-son comedy. Would you be down for that?
Absolutely down for that. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.